Okay, so this is the part two of of operating in love of Yahuwah. So a long time ago, it's a testimony. So a long time ago, years ago, when I was still like 18. Now this is when I was aware of, spiritual gifts, but yet I didn't understand exactly how to operate in them, and I was learning and seeking for truth, and I didn't know how to, I didn't understand. So my best friend, he was my best friend, slash boyfriend, but he was my best friend because we known each other since elementary. And that's another story for another time. Anyway, he had a sister who was older than he, of course. She was married with children, and they had a situation, okay? And so so she came to where we lived, basically, in the city where we lived. And so I got to spend time with the family for a while, and I got to know them. She spoke in tongues. That was one of her gifts. Now, I don't know if her speaking in tongues was actually of Yahuwah or not, but at that time, if you're speaking in tongues, she did it a lot, especially by herself, communicating with the Heavenly Father. But I always wondered about how she could not, discern things, because her husband, who's now her ex-husband, was someone who committed adultery, okay? And I found that out, not by physically, it manifested physically, of course, like where I witnessed it. But before that, I would have, warnings, like dreams, and I would have warnings in the daytime. Most High Yahweh, he revealed things to us, either in dreams or visions or whatever. And then he reveals it, okay? And she did not want to believe it at all, even though I tried to tell her, but of course. So years later, not years later, maybe like 2 years later, I saw her. I moved up north to Illinois, and then I went around the corner to take a walk, and then I saw her moving to her mom's place, and there she was. She was happy to see me for some reason, and she pulled me aside and apologized. I was like, now, I'm not saying I'm anything special. I'm just saying that when truth is revealed and you know something and that person don't listen, you warn them, right? That's out of love. But then they'll find out for themselves later on. And she apologized, and she continued, and she told me what was happening. But be careful with how we lead in love, okay?